Welcome to Watchat, where we chat about watches and other facts of life. Here's a quick review and comparison video on Seiko 5's Naruto and Boruto series of watches. The Seiko 5's Naruto and Boruto series is a line of watches that is dedicated to a Japanese anime series called Naruto that is first introduced in year 2002 and Boruto that is a sequel to the former. There are a total of 7 watches to collect here. Let's first talk about the rudimentary details of all these watches. All 7 watches are powered by the 4R36 caliber automatic movement that has a 41 hours of power reserve, 24 joules, and a 100 meter water resistance. They all have the same case size and case design, which is 13.4mm thickness, 42.5mm diameter, and 46mm in length. The Naruto and Boruto model both weigh 95 grams, whereas the Sasuke model weighs 96 grams, making it the heaviest among them all. The rest weighed around 93 grams. The crystal here is hard legs, and they all have a day and a date display at the 3 o'clock mark with hacking seconds function. All the watches are limited to 6,500 pieces with its limited edition number printed at the back of the watch. Now let's talk about their aesthetic. The SRPF70K1, which is the Naruto Uzumaki model here, evokes the design cue from its main character's outfit. The spiral pattern on the orange dial is inspired by Naruto's iconic ninja technique called the Rasengan. The dial is light at the center and shades to black as it reaches the edge of the dial. The 9 orange indices from 1 to 9 signals the 9 tails sealed in Naruto, whilst the 12 o'clock position index resembles the pendant he got from Tsunade. The words on the dial, including the minute track, are all white, whereas the design on the rehold are in orange, save for the design between the 9 to 12 o'clock position, which is in white. The lume on this watch is located on all 3 hands, including that orange second hand, and the 10, 11, and 12 o'clock indexes. The bezel here is matte grey with 6 engraved small circles on the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10 o'clock mark. Don't worry, this bezel isn't as useless as you think it is, because it has the symbol on Naruto's forehead's protector engraved at the 12 o'clock mark, which helps with setting the bearings when using the bezel. The case here is gold painted without any engraving on the crown, which is located at the 4 o'clock position. All of the watches have holes on the lugs for easy change of strap when needed. The strap here is an orange nylon strap with black strip running down the middle with all its buckle, keeper, and fixed loop painted in gold. The open case back has Naruto's clan's Kamen painted on, which defeats the purpose of having an open case back if you ask me. The next watch is the Sasuke Uchiha's model, which is the SRPF69K1. The dial here is a sunburst dark blue with a dial pattern showing off Sasuke's Chidori Jutsu, which looks like an electricity circling the dial. The words and minutes tracks on the chapter ring are in white, and the rehold has Chinese characters painted on it, which I think is kinda cool, aesthetic wise. Unfortunately, the lume on this watch is limited to all 3 hands and the 12 o'clock index. The bezel here has the same design as the earlier watch, save that the symbol at the 12 o'clock mark has a scratch resembling the scar on Sasuke's forehead. The side of the bezel is painted in blue, whereas the case has a matte grey painted on. This is the only watch that has an engraved crown. The design here is the clan's unique Sharingan sign. The case back here is painted with the Uchiha's clan's Kamen. The nylon strap here is dark blue with a white strip running through the middle of it. The buckle, keeper, and fixed loop has the same paint as its case. The third watch here is the SRPF75K1, which is also the Shikamaru Nara's model. The dial design here resembles Shikamaru's Shadow Possession Jutsu, I like this dial design that has these lines running across each other portraying chaos but with symmetry. The indices here takes the shape of the character's favorite Soji games pieces. The words on the dial are in white and there are no minute track on this dial. The fishing net design on the rehold, the black color scheme, and the green essence on the indices gives rise to Shikamaru's outfit. The hands have dark lume, whereas the indexes have lumibright. The matte black bezel has small circles on the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock mark, and the symbol on the 12 o'clock mark resembles his outfit. The 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11 o'clock mark has a bar painted on. The case has a darker matte grey painted on with the Nara's clan Kamen painted at the back. The nylon strap is dark grey with a darker grey strip running down its center. Again, the buckle, keeper, and fixed loop has the same paint as its case. The SRPF 73K1, aka the Rock Lee model, here is probably one of my favorite. The sunburst green dial has a way of bending light. As I move the watch around, you will see how the glowing lines move around. I guess it's because the green here is very dark, but the glow has a very bright contrast on it. The words on the dial are in white with no minute track on it, which is a good thing as it doesn't disturb the sunburst effect on this watch. This has the best lume among the 7 as it has lumibright on all hands and those chunky indexes. The bezel here has Chinese characters on the 1 to 8 o'clock mark, which resembles the 8 inner gates of which Lee had managed to open up to the 5th gate to obtain the extraordinary hidden lotus. That is why you will find the 6, 7, and 8 character are painted in grey instead of white, signifying the gates Lee failed to open. The scratches on the green bezel, the white blocks from the 8 to 12 o'clock mark, the rectangular indexes, and the simple minute track on the rehold are all inspired by the bandages on Lee's arm and the severe training that he has gone through. The bandage-like design on the bezel has a 20-minute countdown function. The case here is painted with a lighter tone of matte grey. The back of the watch has the Chinese character painted on, which means guts. This is something different compared with the rest. The green nylon strap here has orange strip punching its way through the center with the buckle, keeper, and fixed loop in matte grey. From what I heard, the Gaara model or the SRPF 71K1 is the most popular model so far. The brown latte-like design dial is supposed to look like sand, which is Gaara's ability. This is the only watch among the 7 that has black words on the dial. There is no minute track on the dial, and the rehold design is inspired by the mark on Gaara's gourd. Same goes with the paint on its case back. The Chinese character for the word love is placed at the 1 o'clock mark, which takes after the mark that's located on the left of Gaara's forehead. Lume is applied on all 3 hands and the 12 o'clock index. The matte grey bezel has a 15-minute timer painted in brown. The case color here has a very slight hint of brown. Unlike the previous 4 watches that has matte or brush finishing, the side of this watch is polish finish. The nylon strap here is grey with a red strip flowing down like sand in the middle. The buckle, keeper, and fixed loop in matte grey have the same color as its case. This is becoming rather predictable already. The penultimate watch here is Naruto's son, the Boruto Uzumaki model. The SRPF 65K1 has the same spiral pattern like Naruto's, resembling the Rasengan Jutsu. However, the dial color here is a mix of brown, grey, and black. The 12 o'clock index is inspired by a boat as seen in the animation logo. The words on this dial are white with the minute track located on the rehold. Lumibright is applied on all hands and indexes. The bezel here has the same design as the Naruto's model, save that it has hairline finishing on it. The other watches have either paint or coating on the bezel, which gives some form of protection to it, but this one here has none. It just looks raw, naked, and unprotected. Like the previous watch, the side of the case has a polished finish. Being the heir of Naruto, naturally, the Uzumaki's clan's kamen is painted on the back. The black nylon strap has a sharp pink right down the middle. I'm sure you do not need me to say what's the condition of its buckle, keeper and fixed loop here. Finally, the SRPF 67K1, which is the last watch on this list, draws inspiration from Sasuke's daughter Sarada Uchiha. The red gradation dial here has very subtle line pattern that resembles the fireball jutsu. The single tomo mark at the 4 o'clock position indicates that Sarada is still a young ninja in training. Lumi Bright can be found on the hands and the pew shaped like indexes on the 6, 9 and 12 o'clock mark, and also the tomo mark here. The two-tone bezel here supposedly symbolize how Sahara had inherited her father Sasuke and her mother Sakura's characteristic as a ninja. Naturally, as the daughter of Sasuke, the back of the watch will have the Uchiha's clan's kamen painted on it. The case here has polished finish like the previous two. The red nylon strap and the maroon strip resembles the color of her outfit. This limited edition watches comes with a very special box. The box resembles the Heaven and Earth scroll from the Chunin exam as shown in the animation series. When adjusting the date using the minute hand, the date starts to change at 10:45 PM and completes the change at 12:10 AM. Whereas the day that was in the English abbreviation, i.e. THU, begins to change at 12 AM and completes its change to the next English abbreviation, i.e. FRI, at 3:10 AM. So what do you think about these watches? Are the straps a little boring? Which is your favorite watch? Let us know at the comments below. Anyway, if you like this kind of video, please like, share, comment, subscribe and hit that notification button to support me, and I really appreciate it and promise to upload more videos like this. Until the next one, thank you for watching.